ain't gonna lie, I should've watched this like 2 days ago. Rebel Wolves. That's like a... This gotta be a Geralt reference.
Hello, my name is Daniel Sadowski and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video. Our game is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems. We're starting on the outskirts of Svartro, the game's largest city and the
compass at
capital
the
of
top. It kind of
Vale.
reminds me of...
From here, we could head anywhere the eye can see, explore ancient
I want to
ruins
say
or
Dragon
sabotage
Age, but I don't think
vampire
they
blood
ever had that.
transports. But it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral, chasing leads about
his name
powerful
Cohen,
weapons
alright.
said to be hidden in its crypts. But first, we'll have to deal with some bandits who camped out by the main road. Traveling through Vale Sangora is never boring. The world is dense with quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore.
I do like random encounters.
Opportunity to show you our combat system. Our goal was to make the player feel like a real swordmaster
Oh,
who
2v1.
closely observes his enemies. We'll begin this fight by using acrid dust to stun one of the enemies.
AK
Now,
Dirt.
when you attack, you choose one of 4 directions: up, down, left, or right, in order to hit the opponent where he's unable to parry. And similarly, when defending, you have
The camera is very zoomed in
intent
compared to
and the
Witcher.
direction of the attack. On the left side of the screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges.
What's the name of that game? It reminds me of that joint. Kingdom Come Deliverance. It reminds me of that a little bit.
Which allow you to take a more tactical approach to fighting. We started the fight by throwing some acrid dust.
Just one of the abilities to throw dirt in the air.
Which boils
Oh!
the enemy's blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time.
Oh, that's kind of broken.
Alright.
You can just hex them in the middle of the fight.
Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack. Which,
Artery attack.
Oh.
Oh.
Which actually decapitated the last.
Oh,
opponent.
okay.
Our hero quickly dispatched the bandits, so let's loot a few items they've left behind and open the inventory. First of all, let's replenish our health by eating something. And then take a closer
It's
look
a good
at
smoked
this
sausage
cool-looking
right there.
weapon we just picked up. Ah, it has better stats than our current weapon, so let's
The
equip
chopper,
it right
like a machete. Yeah.
We've also leveled up, so let's use this opportunity to spend the newly acquired skill point in one of Cohen's skill trees. The skills in the
I think
Blood
it
of
got all the
Dawnwalker
bases
are
covered to
divided
be a
into
good
3
RPG.
trees. One for human,
Actually,
one
I'm
for
gonna have to see
vampire, and one
what the
shared
side missions
between the
looking
2.
like.
We also have an active abilities panel. We can use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat. Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten. The hexes we've just used also consume some of Cohen's health.
Oh,
Be
it's
aware
like
of
blood
that.
magic.
The way our magic system works, there's always a price to pay for manipulating reality. But we can make it sting a bit less. Let's level up the frugal witchcraft skill, so next time we'll cast a hex, it'll consume fewer of Cohen's health points. Now that we've wrapped up the encounter
Damn,
with
this
the
is
bandits,
very
we
Witcher
can use our way
inspired.
to get inside the city. Right now, Cohen hasn't done enough to ruffle the vampire lord's feathers, so the guards will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more suspicious and aggressive they'll become. So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass. The Knyaz doesn't deny the old faith.
Out of my face.
This is the rich district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt,
The guards are rude as
Neustadt,
hell,
and
just
the
like in
Mitte.
CD Projekt Red
Each of
games.
the boroughs has its own feel and character.
Get your stinking ass out of here.
I was just passing through, I swear. I got tired.
Yo, that side chatter is really touching my left ear.
Looming
It's
high
very
over the
immersive.
city is Brensis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier in January this year. In order to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle, alone or with help of friendly NPCs. We could do it right now if we wanted, but it would be super challenging.
Gotta get some extra XP.
Go home.
Oh, let me. I just want to. Oh, let me in.
You made a mess, and it's not that kind of inn.
Let's check the map. The cathedral is really close. There's plenty of other places to see and things to do here. A couple of
I'm
inns,
starting to
a
get
magic,
us
a
old
blacksmith,
school
an
Assassin's
armorer,
Creed
and
vibes.
other merchants.
I just heard the word cathedral and just thought of Assassin's Creed.
You can see
I
that
don't know
not
why.
only the vampires came out of the shadows. This creature on the right is called an Uriash. Look around,
Uriash.
especially at night, and you'll learn humans
Kinda
have
remind me of
lots to
Kunari
fear,
a little bit.
not just the vampires.
Except less Disney-like.
And here we can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
What is it about? Out of my face. Singing songs that mocked him and the faith.
Who told you this nonsense?
Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch them closely when you play, as they might point you to new quests and hidden treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
Once again, I humbly beg of thee. I humbly.
Ouch.
I don't want to say it, Mum. It's a prayer. It's what we have to say. Go on. I humbly beg of thee, protect.
Damn, that's like the biggest
Okay.
building in town.
We are at the cathedral gates. Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime, and it's daytime,
Yeah, you
we
can
can
just walk through the
simply
front
walk
door.
inside.
This is a very large church.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment. Doubly so.
Who is random child?
A new life joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation.
Florin. Oh, he about to do some nonsense.
Natus ex
That's blood.
sanguine est, alitur sanguine.
This man performing a seance, bro.
Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei. Amen.
Oh, he got that heterochromia. He's supposed to kill this man? She gon' that kid gonna rat him out.
Don't I know you from somewhere, young man? Laslia, maybe.
I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken.
Am I? Perhaps.
Man, lying in church.
Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
He kind of persistent, isn't he?
Thank you, but I have no need for confession.
Ah, so you deem your conscience clear?
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sure you're a busy man, Father. So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
I won't press the matter. You are quite correct. I have many other duties to attend to. But please remember that in order to be saved, we all need to repent.
Why you come here in the
Myself
first place?
included. I hope we can speak again soon. Good day to you.
His mustache stubble is kind of bothering me now. I just noticed that. Cohen. Alright, I need to
What we
remember that.
saw right here was just one of many cutscenes we recorded for the game, which smoothly transitioned into a dialogue scene. We use cutscenes to highlight key scenes or showcase interesting bits of lore. Like this
As you should,
blood
yeah.
baptism. Creepy, isn't it? The core feature of the Blood of Dawnwalker is the dual gameplay loop. Remember, Cohen may be a human during the day, but he turns into a vampire at night and has a different set of skills at his disposal. And this is just one variable that affects our quests. Depending on when you tackle a particular quest, what choices you've made earlier, whom you befriended, or whom you've angered, your gameplay and story experience will be very, very different. So each quest is a complex structure with multiple possible paths leading to the end goal. We maximize players' freedom
that.
and agency, offering
Choices
you a narrative
mattering.
sandbox to play in. I wonder what secrets may be concealed up there, just beyond Cohen's reach. And how do we get there? It's impossible to do during the day, but come night, it's an entirely different story. Let us explain what we mean by taking our current quest as an example. During the day, we got inside the cathedral without any problems, since it's open for all to see and Cohen doesn't yet stand out from the crowd. The scaffolds, though, are outside of his reach. But climbing them won't be a problem for the vampire, who has many more exploration abilities at his disposal. Bear in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story. It's worth mentioning that narrative sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis. For today, we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night.
Yeah, we don't want to
We're
spoil the story
starting
today.
right after dusk, as a vampire, on the rooftops of Svatro. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed and you will be warned each time it's pushed forward. So you have to be aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you will be spending
22
than a
days
racing
left.
clock.
That's like plenty of time.
As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability allowing Cohen to jump to
That's
almost
pretty much
any
Misty
place
Step,
within
yeah.
his reach. Now let's take a good look around
That shit
using
got
the
a
focus
cooldown.
mode.
Oh, Witcher senses.
This ability highlights objects of interest and loot.
It's a
And
dead
there's
body.
something right here. This time it's just some items to grab, but on other occasions, who knows, you might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health is quite low. This is because, as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood.
Oh.
Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities
Dang.
and drain in
So
your
people gon'
monstrous
so
nature
innocent
around
people gonna be
NPCs.
getting slurped
Otherwise,
up.
you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences.
Ooh.
We'd better feed them. Maybe on someone who is standing all alone. Like this drunkard.
Oh, dang, you might get
Let's grab him.
secondhand
And use
drunk.
Voracious Bite ability.
Ooh.
Unless you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Or go all the
You
way
could kill him.
and kill them. And if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures.
Alright, alright. I like the dynamic, the
Finally,
options.
we are at the cathedral, but it seems to be closed for the night, and the entrance gate is well guarded. Let's find another way in.
Knowing me, I'ma just put them to sleep because I'm always the good guy in my playthroughs.
Shadow Step is not the only vampiric ability you're gonna learn during your playthrough. Cohen can also use Plane Shift to scale walls and even ceilings smoothly.
Oh wow.
This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
Bro, it just makes total sense to do all your missions at night. Actually, not really. If you want to get somewhere safely and without suspicion, maybe daytime.
What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
Yeah, you have to interrupt that.
They're covering up the old paintings. Why? One of the workers must have left it. Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still.
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used to zoom in on and showcase key clues. This time we had a chance to learn more about the vampire's plans.
Damn, I really need to
Looks
upgrade
like
my
they're keen to cover
graphics
up
card.
the old frescoes, so that's something we could take a look at. This way we could learn more about the cathedral's past. Looks like we aren't alone here.
Man,
Underneath us,
they
there's a
performed
group
a
of
seance on that poor baby.
soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger. And one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthi, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
Why'd she be a baddie? Does this game have fall damage? Does it matter to vampires? Alright, let's get a peek. Oh, she got a face cover. Never mind. Ooh.
Come out.
Damn, she got dark vision.
You're
Oh.
interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him.
I was about to say, you just gonna let me just be here?
You withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course,
Oh,
even
nice
when
dodge.
fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
Really? Oh my god.
Only
might still
after
wanna do-
defeating all three of the blood guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him.
They
She
gonna need
uses her
to
blood
they're gonna need to
control
add some more
power to
death
cast a
animations.
multitude of attacks, like her blood whips that hit Cohen from left and right.
Did he
Xanthi
Did he
is
do a perfect
protected by
dodge?
a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an
Uh-oh.
opportunity to strike and deal some damage.
ultimate?
But be careful, cause Xanthi is quick to counterattack, and she will also try to restore her
She
blood.
regening.
Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer
She
goes
gonna
down to
completely
0,
reheal.
and Cohen will eventually explode. And we're dead.
Ugh.
Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible.
That's where the
But
gameplay
it
ends, you
would
just
be
explode.
hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players. Otherwise, we could load the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her attention.
2026.
Or try to get to her while she's not surrounded by bodyguards. Xanthi, like all other vampire allies,
Xanthi.
has her own questline. Explore it, and you can learn more about her past, motivations, and maybe even try to reason with her. What you do is entirely up to you. Remember, our design
she gonna die.
principle is the narrative sandbox. There is no difference between main quests and side quests. There's just different stories that you weave together
What up,
into
Tino?
your own.
Dang, you missed the gameplay, bro. That shit was
But
fire.
that's coming in 2026.
Yeah, this game gonna be
For
fire,
now,
bro.
I'd like to thank you for joining me on this gameplay video presentation. We've just
Like, they give you so many options on how to deal with things. Like, he could have easily won this boss fight, but he died intentionally just to
Don't think I don't
give a little
see you
teaser off.
skulking in the
Of course,
Very well.
He made quick work of the
I
guards
don't
too.
have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly.
This man hands were all bloody immediately too.
You've withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual.
Bro, he
wielding
parried one
opponents,
attack and his
but
wrist started
attacks
bleeding.
are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional.
Whoever on the sticks, man,
Don't
they
worry,
got
Cohen can
movement.
still use his sword as a vampire.
You haven't lived long.
Like he parrying perfectly and dodging perfectly.
Only after defeating all three of the blood guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses
This
her
is
blood
the
control
Blood
powers
of
to cast a
Dawnwalker.
multitude of
The
attacks, like her blood whips that hit Cohen
ex-Witcher
from left
devs,
to right.
they made their own team and
Xanthi
making
is
their own
protected
game.
by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs
And
out,
it come out
Cohen
next
will
year.
have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, cause Xanthi is quick to counterattack, and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0, and Cohen will eventually explode.
Damn, that timer too quick. You might have to do
Remember,
more
we are
preparations to
only
beat her.
mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating
Oh.
her right here and right now is very
Shit,
much
that make
possible.
us sound like
But
endgame.
it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players. Otherwise, we could
She gon'
load the
so
game
that's
and
why it
explore
takes
the
22
cathedral
days
without
to
drawing
finish
her
the
attention,
mission.
or try to get to her while she's not
Alright,
surrounded by
that making
bodyguards.
sense.
Xanthi, like
Yeah, the
all other
gameplay
vampire
looking good.
allies, has her own questline. Explore it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna